Able to see my screen? Everyone?
Yes, Sudarshan.
Okay. So let's discuss about the IE domain. So inclusion and exclusion criteria not met. Okay. See here. So if 100 subjects will come, all the 100 subjects we won't take. We'll do the screening. After the screening, let us assume 60 subjects only we take. So what is that meaning? Remaining 40 subjects are the failed in the screen. So we'll do the screening based on the inclusion and exclusion criteria. Correct? Based on inclusion and exclusion criteria, we'll screen the subject. Now here, 40 subjects are failed in screening means the 40 subjects could have failed, they could have not met any of this inclusion criteria and exclusion criteria. Any questions? There are 5 inclusion questions. Let us assume 5 exclusion questions are there. If any one of them, if they not met the criteria, so they failed in the screening. Now, what this domain will capture, these 40 subject details will capture in this IE domain. Means which subject is failed in the screening and the particular subject failed due to which inclusion criteria, which exclusion criteria. The criteria details also will capture in the IE domain. It's clear what this domain will capture? This domain captures the subject who are not met by the inclusion and exclusion criteria. Okay, that subject and criteria. So generally, if you observe all the findings domains, only two things. What is the test? What is the result you are going to get? Here, what is the test in here? Here, your test is nothing but your this questions only your test. Okay. So this is the question. This is the test. Is a subject healthy male aged between 18 to 60 years? So this is your test. That result will be your SR. IEORR. That's going to be your result. Correct. So the result should be SR. No. Here specifically, who are not met the criteria, only those details we are capturing. For that reason, for example, if you have inclusion criteria, if you observe, for the inclusion criteria, what is the result supposed to we are going to capture? So read the question, everyone. Is the subject a healthy male aged between 18 and 60 years? If you click yes, or if you click no, what is the meaning? If you click yes, whether he met the criteria, he not met the criteria.
Met the criteria.
He met the criteria. So if you click no, so he not met the criteria. Okay, so see the second question also. As a subject willing given informed consent, is willingly given to written informed consent. Is ready to give the informed consent or not? Yes or no? If you click yes, he met the criteria. If you click no, he did not meet the criteria. Now, what do we understand from this? For all your inclusion criteria questions, those whoever click no, they not meet the criteria. So what is that meaning? In your IE domain, for all your inclusion questions, okay, for inclusion questions, the result is supposed to be no. Means we need to capture in IE domain those who not met the criteria. Means wherever the inclusion questions, for example, for inclusion questions, those whoever the answer is no, those details alone we will capture in IE domain. If we click yes, nothing, not required, no need to capture in IE domain. We need to capture only no answers. So for example, 101 subject, there are 5 inclusion criteria are there. First two, last 3, he gave yes answer. First 2 he did not give answer. For last, for example, there are 5 inclusion. Inclusion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are there. In those first criteria, he gave a no. So we'll capture the first one and all. And also second criteria also. He did not second criteria also is not met. So this question also will capture. Remaining 5, we no need to capture. The remaining 3. Third, fourth, fifth is not required because there the answer is yes, not required. Wherever the answer is no, wherever the inclusion questions answer is no, those questions only we have to capture in IE domain for inclusion questions. Clear? Because we are capturing here not met criteria. Those who not met the criteria, those subject details and those criteria details alone we have to capture in IE domain. Come to exclusion question. Okay. If you observe exclusion questions, if a female be a pregnant, read the exclusion question. If a female be a pregnant, if you click yes, what is the meaning? If you click no, what is the meaning? If click yes, whether she met the criteria or not met the criteria.
Not met the criteria.
He not met the criteria. She not met the criteria. Correct? So if she not met the criteria means we have to capture this exclusion question and on the answer also. We have to capture. So again, what is this happen? For exclusion criteria questions, for wherever she answer yes, we have to capture that details in IE domain. Okay, wherever the criteria is yes, okay, so that details we have to capture in it. Wherever the exclusion question answer will be yes, for those exclusion questions and those answers, we have to capture in IE domain. Simple. Okay, here IE test is the test code is the topic variable, right? What is the topic variable here? IE test code is the topic. So test codes I will capture. The test codes will come like this. Okay, IE test code. Okay, it's the first inclusion question. Inclusion 1. Second inclusion question. Inclusion 2. Inclusion 3. Inclusion 4. Inclusion 5. Like this will capture. For exclusion 1, exclusion 2. So this, let us assume this is exclusion 2, right? So exclusion 2. Short names. Test codes always should be the short names. Test should be the full name. Okay, clear? That's it. Very simple IE domain. This is the only point you have to know in the IE domain. Make sure for all your inclusion questions, the result is supposed to be no. For all your exclusion questions, the result should be yes. Your interview will also will expect the same answer from you. How we will derive the IU domain? We'll ask a question like this, simple. How will derive the IU domain? Okay. So we have to capture those who are not met the criteria, especially in inclusion criteria, wherever the answer result should be no. For exclusion criteria, wherever the result is yes. So those criteria details we have to capture in a IE domain. Okay. Before viewing the list of variables, see the structure. One record for inclusion and exclusion criteria. One record for inclusion and exclusion criteria not met for subject. One record for inclusion and exclusion criteria not met for subject. For each subject who not met the criteria, those results. Okay. See the list of variables and labels. So some are common variables: study ID, domain, IE domain we are discussing. Yes, UPJ ID, combination of study ID, site ID, and subject ID. IE sequence. Okay. IE test code, inclusion and exclusion criterion shortly. That what is that criterion name? Short name we have to capture. Okay. Criterion short. So always remember test code should be up to 8 characters only, and it should be the topic variable. And topic variable, yes. How the values will come? We have to capture like this. So inclusion one, short names. Inclusion one, inclusion two, inclusion exclusion one, exclusion two. Okay. Some sort except exclusion if we failed. So like this, short names will capture. IE test is nothing but inclusion and exclusion criteria. Full name. Full name is nothing but the full test we have to capture. That's the reason, remember, even though more than 200 characters also was allowed in IE test variable. Throughout in all SDTM variables, only here in IE test alone, more than 200 characters was allowed for one variable. If you take any other variable up to 200 characters, more than 200 characters, you are not capable. It's obviously 40 characters only generally. But here, more than 200 characters also was allowed because these are tests, right? Maybe you don't know how many characters. So even the more than 200 characters also was allowed in a IE test variable. Okay. So here test is nothing but this. This question is only the test. Okay. Clear? Questions IE test will be the question. Test code will be the short name. Okay. IE category. Inclusion and exclusion criteria category. So there are only two categories. If the question is belongs to inclusion category. If the question is belong to exclusion category. For each test, you'll get a category, right? So if the question is belongs to inclusion, your category will be inclusion. If the question is belongs to exclusion, category will be exclusion. I is subcategory. Inclusion and exclusion criteria subcategory. So subcategory, like whether the question is a minor inclusion question or major inclusion question. If you have this extra details, you can capture minor or major. Okay. IE original results. Inclusion and exclusion criteria, original results. So there should be no units variable. Directly standard also. Standard also you have only one variable. IV standard results, character data type. Standard results in character. So we have to capture only yes or no. The value should be either yes or no. Value should be either yes or no. Value should be yes or no. Here make sure all your inclusion criteria, the result should come no. For exclusion criteria categories, the result should come yes. This alone you have to keep it in mind. Okay, this is your IURS. Okay, clear? So there is no numeric version required for standards also. That's it. Only original results, standard results. And the remaining common variables, visit names, we'll get it from the raw data. Generally at the demo screen, we'll do it visit number and visit. Okay, visit number and visit. Visit number you are going to derive based on the how you are going to derive SV domain, correct? You are going to derive based on the SV domain. So by taking the SV domain, you have to merge with your intermediate IE domain. By taking visit and unique subject as a common variable, then visit numbers and visit details you get it from the SV domain. Okay. Next, last two variables, IE DTC, IE DY. Okay. Very simple, date and time of collection. So when these inclusion, exclusion criteria details are collected from the subject and the study day of collection. What is the study day? Study day again you have to derive based on the standard derivation, IE DTC and RFS. Clear? That's it. Only these few variables, hardly 5 to 6 variables. No variable. Test to test code, categories, original results, standard results, visit details, IE details, collection details. Okay. Same example also. Okay. What are the variables? Study ID, unique subject ID, sequence number, test code, categories, original results, standard results, visit number, visit day, IE details, IE details. See, for example, 007 subject is not met the criteria. Is not met due to, see, 17th exclusion criteria, 3rd inclusion criteria. See, for exclusion criteria, the result should be yes. For inclusion criteria, the result should be no. See, same 007 and 097. 9-6 subject also, did not meet the third inclusion criteria. So what is the third inclusion criteria? Test you have to capture, test code should be the short name, category inclusion questions, the result should be done. Okay. Visit details, will get it from the raw data. Visit number, visit days, will derive from SV domain. IEDTC is a collection date. Again, study day, you have to date. Clear. Simple, easy domain. So all the findings same, okay? Same. You will have some test categories. You will get a result. Just some category results. And then remaining common variables, visit details, collection details, study day details. What each domain, what is the test? The test will change. LB category, hematology, clinical chemistry, vital signs, height, weight, baseline, temperature, pulse rate, PE, physical examinations, body systems we are right. IE now, these are the tests. Now next is EG, now ECG will do. ECG also separate test. So before moving to the ECG, now IE clear, right? Everyone? Any questions in IE? Okay. It's clear next. EG domain, ECG test results. Okay. So straightforward ECG test will do it. ECG is the category generally. Under ECG, we'll do the different tests. Okay. See the structure. This domain will capture the straightforward. This domain captures the ECG test. ECG test results in each visit for all the tests. Okay. What is the structure of the domain? One record per ECG observation per visit per subject. Per visit per subject. One record per ECG observation per visit per subject. Okay, for each ECG test, you will going to get one observation for each visit. Same ECG also, like in LB domain, you will be having, you will be doing the same ECG test in every visit. Okay, see at the time of screening, we'll do it. Next, in every visit, we'll do it. ECG. How we doing? How we are doing for LB? Same way. Okay, what is the topic where we will come? By the time you would have know the variable names, right? Same type of variables. How we have LB test code, VS test code, now PG test code. Okay, let me do the list of variables. Common variables are study ID, domain, unique subject ID, EG sequence. Okay. See what about some other variables? EG test code. ECG test short name. So here general test names will come like this. Summary of mean heart rate, summary of mean PR duration, QRS duration, QTCF duration. Under ECG only there are different test names. Okay. So make sure your test name should be 40 characters. This is how you get a test name. But these test names, short names. For example, mean heart rate means HR mean, PR duration, PR mean, QR mean, QTC mean. Like this, a test codes will come, short names. Okay. Categories. ECG category, subcategory. Generally, ECG will be the category. If you have some extra information, we'll pass into subcategories. Virginal results units. EEG virginal results. For example, heart rate you are calculating, so 62 beats per minute. 62 will go to virginal results. Units are beats per minute. EEG virginal results units. Virginal is also standard. Standard results in character data type, numerical. Same EEG standard results in character data type, 62 beats per minute. I'm not converting anything. Same values will come. 62, 62. Units will come in a units where EEG standard results in 0. Okay. And these are common variables, status and reason for that. Completion status, we have to capture not done when, for example, test details alone is given. Virginal results and standard results both are missing. Like, for example, you can write a program like this. If EEG virginal results is missing, equal to null. EEG standard results also missing, it is null, then your EEG status is not done. Okay. And if not done, write a reason for not done. Why this ECG test was not done? Maybe subject was refused, your equipment was damaged, your investigator error. Due to which reason? Write a reason. If EEG status is not done, then reason for not done. Okay. EEG name, vendor name, which laboratory this ECG test was performed, the laboratory name we can capture if the data is available. EEG position, what is the subject position while taking the ECG test? Sitting position, standing position, supine position. Okay. EEG method, which method you follow for ECG? Okay, if you have method of examination, if you have details, you will go to EEG method variable. Okay, again baseline flag derivation, same how we derived in a LB domain, LB baseline flag, vital signs baseline flag, same EEG also, EEG baseline flag, you will get SR missing values. The first non-missing test results, for each test, for each subject, we have to mark the baseline flag as yes. Okay, for example, 101 subject. We are doing with 3 different HR mean we are doing in a different visits. HR mean week 1, week 2. See, 50 beats per minute, 52 beats per minute, 49 beats per minute, 55 beats per minute. You are getting different test results. The first test results, you have to mark that as a yes. If it is missing, for example, PR mean, if it is missing, the next one, we have to mark the baseline flag. Okay, like this for each test, you have to give the baseline flag as yes for the first test results. Okay, clear? Baseline flag derivation for all the domains, it will be same. Now again, derived flag, S are missing. When virginal results are missing, directly standard results are given. That time give the derived flag as yes. It means you are not deriving from virginal to standard, directly standard is given. That time give the derived flag. Evaluator, who evaluates the easy results? Either investigator, principal investigator. Next, visit number and visit. Visit details will come from the raw data. Visit number and visit date, we're going to derive from the SVD. EG, DTC, date of collection, when these details are collected, particular ECG test, the date we have to capture, always date should be there in character data type, should be there in a standard format. If you have EG, DTC, you can derive the EG DY, study day also, with the same standard format. EG, DTC and RFSD details. And we have time point numbers. So, for example, generally ECG test will be performed in a different time points. Okay. These time points, okay, remaining in other domains like LB domain, vital signs domain. If you may not observe, but in real time, EEG domain you will observe. Generally, EEG test will do it in a two time points, either 2 hours, 4 hours, or 4 hours or 8 hours. This time point details you will observe in an EEG domain in real time. You may or may not observe in other domains, LB and all, because there is a sample collection, but ECG generally will do it in a different time points. So the time point details will capture. Okay. 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. If you have 3 different time points, for each time point, give the number 1, 2, 3. If the time point is 2 hours, then TPT number is 1. Time point is 4 hours, TPT number is equal to 2. Time point is 8 hours, then TPT number is 3. Like this, you have to derive the TPT number values. For each TPT, you have to assign one number. So this is a new variables recently added. EGFXN, ECG external file cut. The given raw data, there is ECG waveform will be there. The files name they gave in the raw data, you capture. They did not give no track required. The file name if they give, the ECG waveform file name we have to capture in EGFXN variable. Okay, clear? Okay. Okay. What are the variables you have? Study ID, domain, unique subject ID, sequence number, test code, categories, position, original result, original units, standardization, character data type, numeric data type, units, FXN variable, name, laboratory name, EG name, derived flag, evaluator, visit number, EGDTC, EGD. See the test names will come, right? Summary of mean heart rate, PR duration, QRS duration, QT duration, PTS duration. For each one, you have to write a short name. HR mean, PR mean, QRS. Short names you can write it. Okay, comes under different categories. These are QR mean generally HR mean comes under measurement category. PR, QR, QT comes under interval category. Remaining all comes under findings categories. Okay. HR mean the result should be, for example, 62 beats per minute. What is subject position, supine position? Okay. Same thing we have to capture in standard results also. There is no conversation required. 62 beats per minute. Standards in character data type, numeric data type, units. I told you that FXN is the file names. Required file name will capture. Next. NAM is laboratory name. Derived flag means, see, observe the fifth and sixth record. You don't have original results. Directly standard results are available. That time, give the derived flag as yes. Okay. Evaluator, who evaluate the details? Investigator, principal investigator. Okay. Visit. Now, visit details from the raw data, visit number and visit date. We have to derive from the study date, with from the SU domain. EGDTC is the collection date. EGDB again you have to derive. Okay. So this is how we'll get observations in a EG domain. Okay. Clear? Okay. Any questions, anyone? Clear? EG, IE. Okay. And then, so we have two more small domains are there. So those we'll discuss tomorrow. DD domain and DA domain. And supplementary domains, rel-rec domains. Those are small topics. We can finish all those tomorrow. Okay. Fine. So that's it for today then. Stop it here.